Breaking: Federal High Court stops Senate disciplinary proceedings against Senator Natasha. This seems to be a breath of fresh air and, of course, of relief for Senator Natasha. From the way things look at the upper chambers, it's as if the system is against her. So I think this Federal High Court order has brought some relief. The Federal High Court in Abuja has issued an order restraining the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions from proceeding with disciplinary actions against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, the lawmaker representing Kogi Central. The ruling was delivered on Tuesday by Justice Obiora Egwatu following an ex parte application filed by Akpoti-Uduaghan's legal team. According to the enrolled court order obtained by Sahara reporters on Wednesday, the court said, upon reading the 25-paragraph affidavit in support of the motion ex parte and the affidavit of urgency, both deposed to by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, adult, female, Christian, Nigerian citizen of Kogi Central Senatorial District, and the written address, all filed at the registry of this court. After hearing Sanusi Musa San, MJ Numa San, YM Zakari Esquire, BJ Tabai Esquire, Tijani Jimal Esquire, and Miss MC Beke Esquire, counsel for the applicant, arguing the application and urging the court to grant the relief sought, and the court, having delivered its bench ruling in open court, its reasonings and conclusions are as contained in the body of the bench ruling. It is hereby ordered as follows. 1. An order of this honorable court is made granting leave to the plaintiff/applicant to serve the second to fourth defendants and respondents with the originating summons and all other accompanying processes in this suit by substituted means, to wit, by serving same through the first defendant, clerk of the National Assembly, or pasting same on the premises of the National Assembly and publishing same in 2 national dailies. 2. An order of interim injunction of this honorable court is made restraining the second defendant/defendants Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct, headed by the fourth defendant, from proceeding with the purported investigation against the plaintiff applicant for alleged misconduct sequel to the events that occurred at the plenary of the second defendant on the 20th day of February 2025, pursuant to the referral by the second defendant on the 25th of February 2025, pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. 3. An order of this honorable court is made directing the first to fourth defendants to show cause within 72 hours upon the service of this order on them, why an order of interlocutory injunction should not be granted against them, restraining them from proceeding with the purported investigation against the plaintiff for alleged misconduct without affording her privileges as stipulated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, the Senate Standing Order 2023, and the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act. The disciplinary proceedings stemmed from an altercation between Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senate President Godswill Akpabio on February 20, which led to her being summoned by the committee. The incident reportedly involved a dispute over the reallocation of her seat in the Senate chamber, prompting a motion by Senator Adeyemi Raphael Adaramodu to address the alleged breach of conduct. Meanwhile, in a letter dated Wednesday, the clerk to the committee, Christian N. Onwusonye, had informed Akpoti Uduaghan of a rescheduled public hearing to address the matter. The letter referenced NAS 10 EPP/DSNAU/2 stated that the hearing would take place at meeting room 120 in the new Senate building, National Assembly, Abuja. It also emphasized that the rescheduling did not invalidate the content of the earlier invitation. Please distinguish, the rescheduling of the date of the public hearing does not invalidate the other contents of the letter earlier sent to you on the same matter as above. The committee regrets any inconvenience the sudden change of date may have caused. Accept the assurances of the committee's highest esteem, please. However, the court's intervention has temporarily altered the proceedings pending further legal deliberations. Senator Akpoti Uduaghan, a vocal advocate of transparency and good governance, has yet to publicly comment on the court's decision. Meanwhile, the Senate committee has expressed regret over any inconvenience caused by the rescheduling of the hearing, but maintains that the matter remains within its jurisdiction. Is it proper for Senator Akpoti to take the matters of the legislature to the judiciary when the judiciary and the legislature are different arms of government? Do you think the court's decision on this matter will affect the Senate from going ahead with this matter? Well, somebody is of the opinion that a breath of fresh air from the temple of justice, that the Federal High Court has boldly reminded the Senate and its handlers that Nigeria is not a jungle where power-drunk individuals trample on constitutional rights without consequence. This ruling is not just a win for Senator Natasha, it's a victory for every Nigerian who still believes in the rule of law, in the dignity of representation, and in the sacredness of our democracy. We must applaud the judiciary for standing as the last hope of the common citizen, for shielding the voice of truth from the gags of intimidation. At a time when abuse of power has become a ritual and the silencing of dissent a hobby, this judgment has drawn a bold line in the sand. Enough is enough. Today, the court has spoken, not just to Akpabio and his loyalists, but to the entire nation. No man, no office, and no title is above the law. The days of unchecked impunity are numbered. To the judges who stood for justice, we will remember you kindly. And to the oppressors of truth, know this: the walls of power are only strong when built on justice. When built on abuse, they crumble. What a fine eulogy. But will this stand in the Senate? Will the Senate respect the court's position? Well, time will tell what will happen. Once again,